their day today. They've been working so hard to come into this position. For some long time. The graduates, you're about to start greatest improvisation of all, with no scripts in your hand, with no idea what is going to happen to your life. Often, you're going to meet people that you did not meet. You're going to the place you've never been before. But you must have some vision of your life. Even if you don't know the plan, you have the direction in which you have to choose and go. You can dream of becoming something you don't know about, but you have to learn to dream big. Education exposes you to the world that has to offer. We all gathered here today. Good afternoon to you all, Honorable Principal, Sister Virginia Asha Gomez, Section in Charge, Sister Ruma Costa, Special Guest, Sister Purbi, Pascalina Chiran, RNDM Provincial Bangladesh RNDM Society, and President of Green Hill International School, Chief Guest, Reverend Father Dr. Patrick Gaffney, CSC, PC Notre Dame College, University Bangladesh. Honorable parents, honorable teachers, and without whom we cannot have this program, the loving graduates. Welcome to the graduation of 2021-22 A-level graduation. We start our program with the national anthem. Sir.
তোমার
We salute the national flag. 1, 2.
Now we will be listening to an anthem which is very close to every Xaverian's heart. The Green Herald National Anthem will be performed by the school choir, and we're inviting all of you to join in with them.
Thank you, Tibetan sir, and the wonderful school choir for presenting the anthem so beautifully. I would request the A-level flag bearers to come and take your seats. Now the little angels from KG2 will be welcoming the A-level graduates with their welcome song, KG2.
We are on the main course already. This is our this journey we started to celebrate from 2011. Our first A-level batch that we recruited from 2009. So you will be the 12th batch passing on from Green Herald. So this is just a baby yet. Green Herald is still considering that the college concept. We're still a baby. We're growing. And Green Health is Green Health because of your being yourself. We're a brand. You are bearing that feeling in heart, that Green Health you love, the Green Health you nurture. You'll be the ambassador of Green Health. When you go to other country, you'll be representing that what you are here today. You learn from us. Here, the small ones that will present you the song. It's really, this is where we begin. And now, 16 years, right? That you were in this school? 14? 12 plus 2? Yes, 14 years. Long journey is ended today. Yes. So we wait for some time for their preparation. So heavenly, the small one, angels from heaven. Okay, we have three segments of our program. The first is a speech session. We're straightly going there. For our speech, I invite our Honorable Principal, Sister Virginia Asha Gomez, to give her speech, to say a few things about the graduates. Sister.
graduation program this year, 2022. A very welcome to our chief guest, Reverend Father Patrick Gaffney, the Vice Chancellor of Notre Dame University in Dhaka. Our special guest, Reverend Sister Purvi Pascalina Chiran, our province leader, province head of Bangladesh province, also the president of our managing committee. All the dear sisters here present, our respected parents, a big crowd I can see this year, and our friends. Many of the graduates who are gone from this batch, they had to go to attend the university to different countries. They are our teachers and they are also our parents. Finally, our beloved graduates, those of you are here, a very good afternoon and welcome to this beautiful program that we are able to hold in your honor. 2020 batch and 2021 batch, both batch students could not have this face-to-face program. And you are the lucky group after COVID now, very lucky group that we are able to stand here face-to-face to have this beautiful program today. This is really 23rd September. We are experiencing another grace-filled occasion, another grace-filled moment in all our lives, all of our lives. Green Herald life, our personal life is a miracle actually. We feel content because our students here, most of them, they have walked here for 14 long years. And you parents, you also came 14 long years to bring them to school, to pick them from school. And after this, we cannot keep you even if we want to keep you to Green Herald. You have to leave, and we are happy to send you out. You are big enough now to fly to longer distance. You know how to do, what to do things. One day you came to KG section. You did not know A to Z, but now you know a lot of the things. You can manage your higher studies, you can fly, go away, travel alone. So we wish today the best of luck and the blessings. It is a blessing day in many ways. We can name them one by one. You can discuss among yourselves, you can share why this is a blessing day. The parents who are here, those whose students are not here, your sons or daughters have already gone to the university, to different countries. Please come forward to take their crest and convey our best wishes, our blessings, our affection to them. Tell them that we are missing them. We miss them at this program very much. Congratulations to each and every one of you, dear graduates. You did truly well, not only academically, but also you have tried to survive during this challenging time. You really face challenges that you know best. And you worked and you handled this challenging time. You studied well, you kept your determination alive, and today you see your results. It's a beautiful result. We are happy, you are happy, and with this result you can go anywhere in 10 best, 20 best universities. Already many are admitted, many are going to be admitted, and they have done wonderfully well. Parents must be very happy with them because they have worked very hard. Online classes, sending out their papers to the university, and they did not know what was like assessment results. They have done it. They have done wonderfully well. We worked hard, they also worked hard. They're very young, but they did very, very well. I congratulate you and bless you. You will not stop, anywhere. You will not look behind, because you know you can face difficulties. You can face challenges. Many young batchmates have already taken admissions, and we are able to show you on the screen how many countries they have gone and how many distinctions, how many star graders here. And I want to remind you, don't count on stars. Stars are, it doesn't really matter. It is a grade, you have secured marks, but nobody should grade you. You always try your best, and the best will come back to you. You be yourself, and you don't try to imitate anyone. You become your best version, and you will shine in life, in any branch of studies. I know many of the backbenchers, many of the dropouts are doing so very well than the star graders. So don't always look up on the star graders that, if I could get that 10 or 20 stars. No. You do your best. Remember that. You are created by our good God, and God has seen that you are beautiful and the best in His eyes. So you become your man, your wonder. A little advice to you, dear graduates. No doubt this is a difficult time in many ways. COVID is over, but the aftermath is still we are experiencing in our financial states of life. In business, our parents are struggling, you yourselves are struggling, and difficulties will be there, and difficulties are here. We all are experiencing difficulties. Do not get discouraged, because God did not keep you or us out of difficulties. God has His purpose. Without great test, we cannot testify God's glory. In our sacred hymn we sing, in our darkness, there is no darkness with you, O Lord. The deepest night is clear as the day. In our darkness, there is no darkness if you, O Lord, with us. If we walk with God, there is no darkness. So remember that beautiful word and recite that again and again. That in our darkness, there is no darkness. The deepest night is clear as the day. Do not ask God to take you out of difficulties, but call God into your difficulties. When God is in your difficulties, God and you, God and I become the strongest defense against the difficulties. No difficulty God cannot win over. So call God into your difficulties. And don't pray, God, take away this, take away COVID, take away all our difficulties, our poverty, our sickness. No, call God into this suffering, these difficulties. And sure, God will do best in our life. COVID was a great challenge to be faced, but we are trying to overcome. Many doctors came forward to discover, many scientists came forward to discover vaccination, and because of their great generous works, they were generous. Some of the doctors also died, we know. They had given the best of services in hospitals. And now we are able to come face to face here because of those generous people. Challenges that come our way, if taken a positive attitude, we experience a better tomorrow. When challenges catch us off-handed, we wake up. In that do or die situation, we discover a way out. When things get disordered, we don't know, oh my God, what will I do? But if you stop and look into your heart and ask God to come in, and you will find the light and you will see or find a way out. Dear graduates, never get discouraged. Keep your lamp of hope burning. Always invite God into your challenges, difficulties, loneliness, discouragement, and depression. Never get depressed. A believer is never depressed. If I don't believe only, I get depressed because I begin to doubt God. Never doubt God. God's strength is in our life the strongest force. Wherever you go, whatever you do, what kind of study you choose, you carry on with your studies. Remember to hold fast your values over academic excellence. And on behalf of our congregation leaders, our leader of Bangladesh province, all the sisters, they are praying for you all the time. So I, on their behalf and on behalf of Green Herald International School, all of us, teachers, staff, I bring upon your badge, those who are not here also, God's and our blessings. May you never go with pain, but go with pain. God bless you all. Thank you very much. And enjoy this day. This day is in your honor. And have smiles on your face. Always wear a beautiful smile. And that is the best gift you can give us. Love Green Herald, not only love Green Herald, you say, oh Green Herald, I love you, but love each other also. Love one another, not only your batchmates. Wherever you go, make friends, and love will be your motto in life. Thank you.
A huge thank you to our respected principal. It is always such an inspiration to listen to her heartwarming words. I would now like to invite our respected A-level section in charge, Sister Ruma C. Costa, RNDF, to come and tell us a few words. Sister Ruma.
Good evening to you all, especially our Honorable Principal, Sister Virginia Shakomi Sarangiam, our Honorable Chief Guest, Reverend Dr. Father Patrick Gaffney, Vice Chancellor of Notre Dame University, Bangladesh, our special guest, Sister Purubi Pascalina Chidan, Provincial and President of Green Herald International School, our respected parents, our respected teachers, staff, and finally, my dear beloved graduates, those who are part of this occasion, good evening and I welcome all of you. Today is the day of celebration and this celebration is only for you, surrounding our graduates, 72 of you, the graduate 2022. Dear graduates, you have done really good and amazing results, and for that I congratulate all of you. And you are going to receive SFX Green Herald International Certificate and crests for your academic degree, and that is the completion of your 11. And now, today I can say, yes, you have done. And I'm really glad to announce your achievements. Again and again I'm saying, after the pandemic, our situation was very difficult, but still you have done very good results. 13 of you with distinction, 18 of you honor, and 41 of you completed your 11. And those who have done your distinction, it is 5 to 3 stars. So you are really, really great. And because of that, I congratulate all of you. And most of you were 14 years in Green Herald, and some of you 2 years. And you become a family, as Sister Asha said already, that you parents and dear graduates, we are one family here, and we never separate each other. And today, as you graduates are standing at the threshold of your success, you look back and with grateful heart thank God for your teachers, your parents, those who have supported you in every way. And as you are today, what you are actually because of them. They nurtured you every single moment. The former First Lady of United States, Eleanor Roosevelt, said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Dear graduates, congratulations for believing in yourself and working hard toward your dreams. I can see most respected parents and guardians sitting behind with joyful heart because of your child's achievement. And this have happened because you offered your love, your earnings of blood and sweat, encouragement, and every support. So I congratulate and thank you also. And I would like to recite a verse from Psalm 126 from Holy Bible. They go out, full of tears, carrying their seeds for the sowing. They come back, full of song, carrying the sheaves. So today is your day to rejoice with all of us, praising God and thanking each other. Dear graduate, you worked really hard and cooperated in every way, and now the rewards is yours. So enjoy the day. Dear respected all the section heads, the teachers, this joy is yours also today. You have nurtured them from KG1, and I have seen every moment how you take care of these children. You take it as your child, and you prepare the lessons and you try to give the best. And because of your untiring effort and your laborious work, because of that, this day become joyous one. So I thank each of you, your sisters, teachers, staff, everyone for your dedicated service. Loving graduates, now the bigger world is before you. So try to reach the stars in the sky. So you will get the highest fruit of the tree, if not the stars, at least. And many of the graduates already left. And today, really, I'm remembering them. And I hope they are seeing, because this program is, we are having this program live, so they can watch the program. And those who are watching from different parts of the world, I'm congratulating you, and I'm saying that I'm really missing you. And I believe that you are in our heart, and you are here in this Imelda Hall in one spirit. We are one, we are together in spirit. So those who are here, you also leaving soon. So never forget the school, never forget the teachers, even your parents and the country. And the thing and the values you have learned from Green Herald, especially virtue and knowledge, carry them wherever you go. There is a saying, when you are in love, do not think that God is in your heart, but you are in the heart of God, because God is love. So love your family, your teachers, your school, your beloved country, because you are in their heart. And it was my privilege, though it was during pandemic, but it was my privilege that I worked with you past 2 years. The school will miss you, and I will miss you too. Thank you for what you are and who you are, for being so generous. God bless you and go with you and to protect you. Please pray for us also wherever you go. Finally, with St. Paul, I want to say, I thank my God each time I think of you. And when I pray for you, I pray with joy. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Ruma, for your loving speech. Now I would like to request our special guest, Sister Purubi Pascalina Chiran, RNDM Provincial of Bangladesh, the province, and President of SFX Green Herald International School, to come forward and deliver your speech. Sister, please.
Saint Peter said to Jesus in Tabor mountain, "It is good to be here, Lord." So today, this afternoon, with the same spirit, I would like to say, it is good to be here to celebrate your brilliant result. I feel very privileged to be here to stand in front of you. So thank you for the invitation. Respected dear sister, Virginia Asa Gomes, RNDM Principal of SFX Green Herald International School. Dear sister Ruma Cristina Costa, A-level section in church. Sisters Maria Gomes, sister Renu Maria Palma, sister Jacqueline Luisa Gomes, sister Sumi Triza, sister Lucky Teresa, our officers, teachers, other IT officers, school support staff, parents and guardians, and also the Reverend Father Patrick, CSC, Vice Chancellor of Notre Dame University, Bangladesh. We, the province leadership team of the Sisters of Our Lady of the Missions, RNDM, want to congratulate all of you who are involved in these achievements and helping these young people to arrive this moment of blessings and joy. You have worked immensely, diligently to ensure our students' results are the best they possibly can be. and better than even they expect. We congratulate obviously all the students for your outstanding achievements. Dear students, congratulations and best wishes for your next adventure. We hope you feel proud today and confident in your ability to rise to your next challenge. Well done, bravo. What a fantastic achievements. There are not enough words to express to you how proud our entire Green Herald International School and family, especially RNDM family. You continue to amaze us with your good results. We are so proud of all your accomplishments. Welcome to the next phase of your life's chapter. As you go on to enter the next phase of your life, your career, remember, every moment in your life serves as the next stepping stone to something greater. Stay true to yourself. Be self-aware. Continue to learn. Most importantly, lift others as you climb. Speak of merciful God's goodness, His holiness with simplicity, with sincerity, without complexes or fears. With trust, share your aspirations and hope, those of the people you see who are in need of your consolation and hope. Congratulations, dear students. May God bless you with all the happiness and success in your life. Once again, dear Sister Asha, dear sisters, teachers, parents, guardians, and students, we continue to hold you in our daily prayers and blessings. This is a result of the collective, tireless work done by all of you to provide our students with a supportive, dynamic, and nurturing learning environment. We believe that tremendous effort, optimism, and faith can move the mountains. This is the result of tremendous effort and equally team invested in the overall purpose and goal. This is the result that together you did something wonderful and brilliant outcome. If you can dream it, you can do it. Congratulations and best wishes for your bright future. At the end, I would like to say, let us try, each one of us, to experience peace with God, peace oneself, with others, with all creation. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, sister, for your magnificent speech. Now I would like to call our Honorable Chief Guest, Reverend Father Dr. Patrick Tiffany, CSC, Vice Chancellor of Notre Dame University, Bangladesh, to deliver his speech. Father, please come forward.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank Sister Virginia Asha Gomez for the invitation to join you in the name of your faculty and your other distinguished teachers and staff. One thing I always like about coming to Green Herald is your song. In the year of 71. It's a wonderful song. We don't have a good song yet at the university. So any of you singers, if you're inspired, let me know. I'd like to echo a couple remarks that were made a little earlier about what it means to graduate, and then I'll have some other things to say briefly. Graduation comes from a Latin word which means to move up steps. In the Latin language, a staircase is called a graduum. You're climbing on stages, and you're climbing, as was mentioned before, in a poorly lit staircase. You don't know exactly what's ahead of you. You know what's behind you, and you're celebrating that, but what's ahead is going to be a surprise. It's also going to be wonderful. Why wonderful? Because wonderful is a function of your attitude. I want you to think ahead with anticipation and with confidence, because what we meet, of course, is always a challenge. But if you meet it with the best of your ability and confidence that your skill and your training and your attitude, you'll do the best you can. And if your challenge is too great for you, well, you retreat and wait for the next one. One thing about your next stage, your next gradus, which means your next step, the university, wherever you're going, the university is a different kind of institution than you've known. And the contemporary university, 2022 and the next years, is a product of some massive changes. Let me just say something about the origin of universities. You may know this, but it's an interesting story. Historians who've studied these things say that the concept of a university began in the Islamic world. And the first institution that more or less corresponds to what we say with our own experience when we say university is in Egypt. It was the Azhar in Cairo. The Azhar was founded in 950, so about 1100 years ago. And the Azhar was founded by a dynasty that ruled briefly in Egypt called the Fatimids. And hence the name, if you know the Islamic tradition. Azhar, of course, is the name of Muhammad's daughter. And it was founded because it brought together all the sciences. And that's why the English word university is a universe. What it refers to is a collection of all sciences, of all knowledge. Before the Azhar, of course, there were schools of higher learning, both in Europe and in the Middle East and in Asia, here in India. And there were learned men, learned women, a few, but there were not universities, because a university meant bringing these all together, not just having a specialized training program for one particular profession or one particular thing to be learned. And this university in Cairo inspired others. Many believe that the Europeans who came to the Middle East in great numbers during the Crusades, which happened in the next century, saw these Islamic and Arab institutions, and they recognized these are people of learning. These are institutions that have great promise. And they brought the idea back to Europe. And the first university in Europe is a very old one, still functioning in northern Italy, called Bologna, the University of Bologna. That's where Galileo was, this famous 17th century scientist, and many others. And the European university was really started by students. The university in that first medieval period were formed by groups of scholars who wanted to advance their learning, and they hired a teacher, or more than one teacher, and they formed faculties. And this student initiative is an important part of the story, that it was young people who wanted to learn, who brought together in a kind of systematic way a faculty, which then needed, of course, buildings and administration, and the students needed places to live, and so you've got people overseeing these institutions. There was a great revolution, you might say, in universities with the Renaissance in roughly 1500, 1550, because these universities became increasingly dedicated to professional training. I mean, as I mentioned, if a university was really a function of students hiring teachers, well, what were they being trained for? Well, they chose the professions. The classic European university only had 3 faculties: law, theology, and medicine. And you were really studying theory. For instance, medicine. If you went to a medieval European university and studied medicine, when you finished, you would not be a very good doctor because you were studying theory. There was really no practice. Studying to be a doctor as we understand it, a person who treats illnesses, who welcomes all people who have cuts and bruises, fevers, that was a different profession, and they were not trained at universities. That was a practitioner, sometimes called a surgeon, a barber surgeon. And bringing these together, the theory and the practice, happened in the Renaissance. And they began training people who could actually function with skill and dedication in society. And one of the things about those three professions, law, medicine, and theology, and hence the word profession actually comes from a description of those three occupations. They were the professions. The people who did other things, had skills and jobs and workshops and shops, but they were not professions because the word was reserved to those three. Why? That's a good question. Because those three professions were thought to be in service of everyone. They were not private, consumer-based professions. If you were a doctor, your first obligation was to serve others. You were not a businessman. Doctors were not, as we think of it today, more or less well paid or high status in terms of finance. And the same with theologians and the same with lawyers. This has all changed, as you know. In the modern world, law and medicine are considered to be services that require a fair amount of compensation. This was not true until fairly recently. One more word about universities. The university took another very dramatic transformation in the 19th century, and is largely at the initiative of these German universities that had a new idea, building on the old. And the new idea was research. And the great Prussian model, a university that is a generator of knowledge, that has as its goal exploring things and developing technical applications, engineering and other skill sets. This was a function of the new principle. And these modern universities on this German-Prussian model spread. They spread through Europe and they spread through America. And most of the great universities that you hear about, certainly the two big ones in in England, Oxford and Cambridge, have changed more or less to match that German model. Same with the American and Canadian universities, the great ones that we all know their names. They're largely modeled on this Prussian-German idea. And that's because universities now are multifunctional. They bring together all the sciences, like I mentioned in the beginning, but they bring together a number of sort of functions that society needs. One thing that universities do, they did not do this in the past so much, they give credentials. Universities certify that you, as a graduate, have certain capacities. So if someone asks, I'm looking for a good software developer, you can say, here's my credential. And they know, well then, you've been trained by a reputable institution, university of some sort maybe, and we can hire you. So universities have lost something, you might say, of their ideals, and gained something, you might say, of social usefulness. Now, I want to leave the thought of universities in that sense and add one more thing. In the medieval idea of a university, one of the major things that mattered was you, the student, took initiatives. I mentioned students hired faculty and created the school in the beginning, but another thing was you, as students, chose your topics. You told your teachers what you wanted to learn. And besides the teachers' lessons, you took a lot of initiatives. Students read books that the teachers didn't tell them to read. Students explored topics that no one else had really explained to them. And this lives on. When you leave your A-levels now and go on to a university, one of the major things you'll be able to do, you'll be invited to do, you'll be, you might say, encouraged to do, is to read and explore things that are not necessarily on the curriculum, things that you're not told are important for the exam. You read books because you were interested. You read things because you discovered something you'd like to know more about. It opens up the world. It gives you all kinds of other opportunities. I want to mention now one more thing. My training is in anthropology. And anthropology, as you know, studies cultures in all times and places, including in the distant past. You know, the early humans and their ancestors. And one of the things that anthropologists and others have remarked on in the last 50, 60, 70 years is that there's been a dramatic change in the way we deal with the natural world. The relationship humans and nature, or sometimes it's called nature and nurture, have dramatically changed. And you all know this, perhaps you haven't reflected on it deeply, but it's one of the obvious things to people my age, certainly the world has changed so dramatically. But what I'm talking about is about 150 years ago, say at the end of the 19th century, the population of the world was about 1 billion people. That's a lot. But today, do you know what it is? It's about 6.5 billion. So in 120 years, the world's population has increased 5 times. And the world can feed these people. I mean, one of the problems with absolute poverty and lack of food, of course, is distribution. There's enough food in the world to feed 6 billion and more, but it's not distributed equally. So we have enormous social inequities and problems that you, graduates and others, will be called on. How do we solve these problems of unequal distribution, of absolute poverty? We can solve them. We've solved many others. Of course, one of the reasons the world can now expand its population sustainably is because of all the developments in the Green Revolution, in medical technology, in sanitation, of course, all of these wonderful things that are fairly recent. And one of the things anthropologists and others have noticed is this new relationship between humans and the natural world has led to such an overwhelming transition that it needs a new name. Geologists name stages in the world's growth by certain radical transitions. And we, until recently, were living in a geological age called the Holocene. If you've studied geology, you're familiar with that. The Holocene started about 12,000 years ago. And what marks the Holocene and makes it different from what was before? The Pleistocene. Before the Pleistocene, the Miocene. And before the Miocene, the Pliocene. I mean, these stages going back millions of years. What marks the Holocene? The retraction of the great glaciers, the melting of these glaciers that created, you know, these great rivers and the kind of landscape that we're familiar with. Before the glaciers melted, only about 1/2 of what we think of as the inhabitable Earth had people. It was too cold. And as the glaciers melted, animals began to move in, people began to move in and occupy the world. Now, the argument is that the Holocene has now become a new age called the Anthropocene. Anthropos is the Greek word for human being. Anthropology, study of humans. Anthropocene is the age of humans. And what does that mean? It means that about, well, probably they say starting with the Industrial Revolution, that was 1750 or so, but far more accelerated in the last 100 years, has been a relationship that makes humans the agents of change for the natural world. This was never true before. the natural world, the weather systems, the relation of water to air, all of these macro systems, the occasional meteor that struck the earth, like the one that killed the dinosaurs about 3 million years ago. All of these natural phenomena were responsible for the changes of the world, but no more. Humans, we are the changers. We have made the world our own. And there are many aspects to this, but the most famous one you all know about, of course, is global warming. Global warming is a function of the trapping of carbon dioxide because the ozone level caused by pollution no longer allows that chemical compound to disperse as it did naturally before. When humans used wood as their normal fuel, say before the emergence of the internal combustion engine, and coal, which is, and of course now gas and oil. Before, when humans used wood, of course the world was much lower population, wood burning, which released carbon dioxide, and the cleaning of the air by the trees, the sort of lungs of the world as they're called, was roughly in balance. So humans' emission of carbon dioxide and the Earth's vegetation transforming it back into oxygen, we're together no more. We're destroying ever more the lungs of the world, which are these great forests, these great wooded areas. And as the natural chemical consequence of the internal combustion continues, the great weather patterns of the world are changing, and pollution in the oceans are changing the flora and fauna flow. And this is our challenge. We humans who have collectively, in a great dramatic way, changed the world, can change it again. And that's what I'd like to leave you with. Your generation. I mean, I'm an old man, but people graduating as you are in this, looking ahead to your own near future, you've got some wonderful challenges and great responsibilities. And you've been saddled with these responsibilities in a certain sense by the people before you. But that's always true. Every generation picks up the thread, picks up the baton, carries the ball into the future. So it's a wonderful day for all of you. I'm very delighted to be here to share this occasion of joy and anticipation, expectation, and I'd like to leave you with a sense of wonder and a sense of excitement about what's ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Father Patrick Anthony, for your wonderful informative speech. I'm sure everyone will have something to learn from here. Thank you. Now the time has come for the moment, of course, many of you have been looking forward to. Speeches have been delivered from our side. Now I would like to call upon Ryan Rahman to come and deliver your valedictorian speech. Ryan. And I would also like to inform you that he is here today for his 4 A stars. Congratulations, Ryan.
Honorable Principal, respected teachers, sisters, parents, guests, and my fellow graduates of the class of 2022, good evening. I hope all of you are doing well. I think most of us here will agree that the last 2 years passed by far too quickly. We had very few in-person classes and equally little opportunities to interact with not just our classmates, but our teachers, sisters, and staff, among many others. We didn't get to have any of the memorable experiences we're supposed to have as high school students. Sports, excursions, evening classes, and many more that we have missed out on. But yet here we are, already at graduation. Being able to stand here on this podium as valedictorian is an honor, but it also feels unreal. To be honest, the last few years have been a blessing as well as a curse. People have lost jobs, opportunities, and even loved ones in a matter of months, all the while being required to stay at home at all times. In that time, some of us have picked up new interests, while others have had the time for self-reflection and self-improvement. For some, the time spent alone may have just given them the push that they needed to mature as individuals. And most importantly, many of us were able to spend more time with our families. Despite the fact that my time at Green Herald was very brief, I feel that I've built meaningful relationships with a few of our classmates, some of which I believe would not have been possible if not for the current situation. Yes, it's ironic, but it's true. Surprisingly enough, the online classes, which I had mostly expected to be boring, were at times interesting, with people accidentally unmuting themselves and sharing in the class their exquisite taste in music, students getting removed from class because they are partying too hard, or people getting straight up caught red-handed for using unfair means in online tests. Yep, that definitely wasn't me. Throughout our journey in high school, we faced a lot of uncertainties, studied in an environment we had no experience with. But even then, none of us stopped trying and didn't let our circumstances bring us down. We tried our best to do everything we would have done if the situation was normal. We did activities beyond our academics, even though opportunities were limited, and even applied and got accepted to reputed universities in such tough times. Though I have wished for everyone to be present in the hall at this moment, I am happy to know that those not here have all been able to start a new chapter in their lives. Today, as I see our class gathered in this hall, it is proof that we all have succeeded. And so please allow me to say, congratulations to my fellow graduates. A big round of applause for all of us. Finally, I would like to thank the teachers here who have given their all despite the difficulty they have faced adjusting to a new mode of education. We thank you for ensuring that we grew up to be more than just good students, but also good people. I'm grateful to the sisters for their constant support and cooperation. Thank you to the staff for always being there for us and keeping the campus a safe environment for us to study in. I'd also like to thank our Honorable Principal for her guidance and leadership. Last but not the least, fellow graduates of the class of 2022, let's celebrate our graduation and be proud of ourselves. We deserve it. Though this may be the last time we see each other as we all go our separate ways, I won't say goodbye, but that I look forward to seeing where everyone ends up in the future. Thank you.
I must say, very well spoken, Ryan. You probably spoke everyone's mind when you said your words. Okay, we'd now like to ask Subaita Najaba, who got 3 A stars, to deliver her speech.
It's funny how this is the last day in Green Herald, but I'm still seeing new faces because essentially we didn't attend any class together in the previous 2 years because of the pandemic. Anyways, good evening, respected sisters, teachers, parents, and my fellow graduates. I'm certain most of you know me, but for those who don't, I would like to introduce myself. Hello, I'm Subaita Najaba. Even though we may not agree on many topics, one thing we can all be sure of is that none of us like a very prolonged speech, so I will try my best to make it as short, precise, and to the point, as Ronald sir would suggest us to do in class. Well, graduates, guess what? We made it! A few years ago, none of us would have thought this day would actually come, but here we are, at the pinnacle for most of our lives. This is probably the point where I should tell you about how I cared about classes or was so school-spirited or how I was so diligent about my academics, but all that would be a waste of time because I would be lying. Truth is, school was tough, and so was growing up. We were presented with many challenges and had our fair share of setbacks and failures. But nonetheless, here we are, the moment we have been preparing for the previous few years, about to go on to our next chapter in our lives. A majority of us, including myself, have been counting our last few days, but now, looking back at all the people, I realize that it wasn't so bad. For most of us, it was 14 years before we entered the premises for the first time. Our anxious 5-year-old heads thinking this place was a labyrinth that we didn't know how to cross, unaware of the great memories we were about to make. Think about the first class, of how excited we were of making new friends, or how nervous we used to get upon hearing Sister Michelle's voice. Who would have thought those strangers we met on that first day would become such important people in our lives, the majority in the form of best friends, but some becoming unexpected arch enemies. For most of us, Green Herald has been our second home, and it was no walk in the park. It's astounding to see how far we have come, individually and as a class. We all grew up mentally and physically to become the incredible, inspiring, and intelligent individuals. Everybody we see on stage this day has talent to last them a lifetime. All of us grew up to be the powerful people with the ability to create impact and are destined for greatness. We have had the privilege to grow together amongst many skillful people, all striving in their own way, sure to grow and reach the epitome of their success. Now, as we graduate, we embark on a path certain to be filled with difficulties and hindrances. However, we will make it out alive because, if anything, our class of 2022 has proven to be resilient and strong and have fought against all odds to receive our certificates. So, for all those present here and to all those already on their way to the next stage of their life, a huge congratulations. Seriously, you deserve it. As I was writing this speech, I had flashbacks of the past 14 years of my life passed by. How we used to play tag and OC, our shouts upon hearing thunder, or how we used to use merci beaucoup and excusez-moi because that was quite literally the only two French phrases that we could say. We all grew up, and regardless of the experiences in the past years, we have shaped each other. Summarizing so many years of memories with so many people is an arduous job, but one thing I'm sure of is that Green Herald and its people will always hold its place in our hearts, and our roots will be linked to the name Xavier's for eternity, whether we want it or not. It's actually crazy to look at you all and know that this might be the last time that I'll be seeing some of you. For most of us, it will be the first time that we come out of our shells and into the real world. We'll be on our own, attending new classes with new people in a completely different environment. Though the change may seem uncanny, it's inevitable. It is something we need to get used to because one thing we all know for sure is that after this day, it doesn't get any easier. Even though it may seem scary at first, we can all get through with it because the simple fact that we have made it here is a testament to our perseverance and commitment to excellence. As you all know, a lot of us already began the journey and are currently in different parts of the world studying in various prestigious universities. Many of us are about to begin this new journey in the following few months, excited and nervous at the same time. Though we are expected to keep it all together, as a graduate going into the world, it's all right to feel helpless at times, but nothing terrible lasts forever, so just hang in there and strive to be the best version of yourself. As I come to the end of my speech, I would like to take a moment and thank the people around me who have inevitably been there to support and assist me whenever needed. To the honorable sisters, teachers, and staff, I know we frustrate you on a daily basis and more than once made you want to choose a different profession. We appreciate the work you put in for us. To my friends, who pushed me and heard me rant all day, while keeping me up and still infuriating me at the same time. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. To my mom and dad, grandparents and family members who never ceased to believe in me and made me see the light of the day even when I thought I couldn't make it. Thank you. Seriously, it wouldn't have been possible without you all. And a huge shout out to Google, YouTube and Mark Schemes, because let's just admit it, none of us would have made it past AS otherwise. And lastly, to my fellow graduates, as my parting words of wisdom, I just want to say, go forth and be phenomenal. And when times get tough, as one of my favorite characters once said, remember to just keep swimming. Thank you.
Yes, you have just witnessed that what Green Herald produces. Her, I saw her playing OC, if you remember that. And I used to be there in the break time duty. Hey, what are you doing? Now see how she spoke. Brilliant. Totally captivated. We made them to speak. I want to have a big round of applause for the valedictorians. That ends up our speech round. Now we're going for the certificates that you have earned. The precious one, years after years of working, and your toil, your parents' passion. I would request Sister Asha to distribute the first round of the certificates. John Paul, sir, please. Those who could not be here today, we also allow the parents to be here to collect on behalf of your child. This category is distinction, where you have minimum of 3 A stars. We have 5 A stars. Probably he's not here. Is Anab Asif Batan here? Probably his mother is here. I request you to collect it from sister. Thank you. Muhammad Mustasin Zarif, probably he is also not here. He has 4 A stars. Any of his family member here? Then I go for Ryan Rahman. He himself is here, is also a valedictorian. Congratulations, Ryan. Safak Jilan. I know he's not here, probably his mother will receive the trophy and certificate. Congratulations. Next, I request Tanisha Tasneem. She's not here either. Maybe her mother is coming. Thank you. Zuhair bin Noman. 4 A star. Congratulations, Zuhair. we have Tasmir Rahman. She's not here either. Is the parent here? Any of the parents? Tasmir Rahman. Bijoy Sen. He's not here either. Is Bijoy's mother? I just happened to speak to him this morning. He's in Australia now. Anisa Hussain Mekha. Anisa here. 3A star. Mohammad Abrar Faisal Hussain. Not here either. Any of the parents here? Momena Khatun. Congratulations, Momena. Though you dropped physics at the end. There would have been a fourth sir. No, the valedictorian, Subaitan Ziba. I always call her name wrong, right? Subaitan Ziba. Next we have Abhishek Emmanuel C. Gomez, but he's not here either. Abhishek's parents here. That finishes my round. I was asked Laura to come here. Sister, thank you.
Okay, I would like to invite Reverend Father Dr. Patrick Gaffney, CSC, to hand out the certificates and crest. And I'd like to, I think the first person, we are giving now to those who have received 2 A stars and below. And I'd like to call Mohammad Arasul Haq. He's not there, his mother is there. Our beloved Anjum Miss. We'd like to ask her to come forward and receive you. My partner. Next is Novera Marilyn. Novera is here? Okay. Novera Marilyn. Raida Sarwat Chaudhry. Frida Stella Gomes, are you here, Frida? Prashun Saha, is Prashun here, or anyone on his behalf? And his parents? No. Okay, then we move on to Tahiti Mehran Abdullah. Tahiti. Tahiti is not here, or anyone on behalf of Tahiti, any parents? No. Okay, then Ruksar Shahid. Ruksar? No. Rushmila Shahrin Khan. Is Rushmila here, or anyone on Rushmila's behalf? Okay. Rushmila's mother is coming forward to receive. Is it? No. No, I think no one's there on behalf of Rishmila, sorry. Qazi Yaz Ahmed. Is Qazi Yaz Ahmed there? No. On behalf of Qazi Yaz Ahmed? Okay, his mother is coming forward. So let's applause for him. I'll now ask Evan Sir to come forward. Thank you so much, Reverend Father Dr. Patrick. Thank you.
For the next set of honor students, I would first request our honorable special guest, Sister Puravi Chiran Narendiem, RNA Provincial Bangladesh Province, the president of our school, to please come forward and do the honors. I'll call out the names. Saraf Tasneem Totini, Mahir Asif Khan, Melvin Trubo Gomes, Sadika Rahman. If there is anyone who can collect it on her behalf, Samira Yashna Khan, Warin Srikundu, Fiorella Hussein Puya. If there is someone to collect it on her behalf, Aryan Adnan. And of course, the wonderful singer, Johan Protek Rosario. Thank you, dear sister, for the honors. Thank you. Now, request the Deaconess to come forward.
Now we will distribute the grades to the student who passed the A-level this year successfully. And I would like to call our very respected A-level section in charge, Sister Ruma Christina Costa, RMDM, to deliver the grades to the students. Afifa Zahin Rosa, Ognidoy Spandan, Is there anyone? Alicia Zahra Raihana. Amanda Sushan Koraya. অপূর্ব কর্মকার। Atia Feroz. Maybe she is not here. Chandraprabha Iqbal. Debolina Rai Shaha. Aisha Sutar. Thank you, sister. Okay, now I would like to call Sister Jacqueline, O-level section in charge, to deliver the quiz to the students. Fairuz Fariha Ognila. Maybe she is not here. Fariha Afrin.
Farzana Shahjahan. Ghalib Yasser Kabir. Is there someone to collect it on his behalf? Humaira Binte Zillur. Ifat Tabassum. Ikhlas. Ikhlas Kader Jihad. Thank you, sister. May I now request Sister Maria to come forward and do the honors? Kanita Ridwana. Anyone on her behalf? Maclean Piash Sorkar. Mahia Mustafiz. I think we can clap a bit louder. Thank you. Maisha Shaira Hassan, Mohammad Anab Kashfi, anyone on his behalf? Naira Hussain, Neil Aldrin Quayle, thank you, sister.
I'd now like to call upon Sister Renu Maria to come forward and give the certificates and press. And Nureen Shabaha Nuha. Nusrat Jabin Aziz. Nuzhat Nuri Hussain. Raida Khan Rakhma. And then Raisa Nayan Alpuna. Is Raisa here? No? Okay then. Ria Fariha. Thank you very much, Sister Renu Maria. I'd now like to call Sister Shuni Teresa to come forward to hand over the certificates and crests. Richard Roland Gomes. Rifa Nahala. Is Rifa here? And I'd now like to answer.
Sabit Rahman, is Sabit here? Any of his parents? Safwana Tasmir Safa. Samin Zarif, Saraf Nawar, not here. Sholi Sri Tagore, anybody here to receive that? Thank you. If I may call Sister Lucky Teresa, please. Sayyida Mubina Hassan, Taha Ibn Manan, Waqif Kabir Khan, Wasif Amir, like one of the parents is here. Wasif Amir. Last but not the least, Rudra Matthew Gomez. Rudra, any of his parents? This is where we are rounding up this session. Next is a very exciting session waiting for you. Well, but I'm very surprised that this time I did not hear any yelling, like when you came for the certificate or... No, the yelling group is not here? Girls? Oh, come on. It's the last day here in the school. Next day you're not invited, you're not welcome like that. You are, obviously this is your school, you'll be coming. Then you'll be saying, Ronald sir said that. Anyway, so this is the last official welcoming day. Any yelling, please, we allow you. Oh. I said, thank you. Thank you. Good enough. Now, our next is a very yelling program, the cake cutting program. So, you'll be going to the stage very distantly. Now you're wearing those stuffs here. Yeah. The boys, please go first, carefully. I also would be requesting the sisters and the guests if you also can make your ways. Boys, you'll make a circle on the back side. And the girls, will please come slowly with your... Yes. Slow, slow, slow. Okay, if you're not wearing the high heel, no then. Sisters also. And we don't throw caps. Please keep this in your mind. No throwing caps. we will have our photo session at the end. So thank you. If you please carefully come down again. Very careful while you come down. Please come down carefully.
Cultural program.
According to the schedule, this will be our last program here, the cultural program. If we consider the refreshment is another program, that's later. Okay. But that won't be here. That will be outside. So I hand it over to Laura Miss to conduct the cultural program. Thank you.
আমি সেটা পাবো ছাড়া আমার কোনো রাস্তা হবে তো অনেক বেশি জুম করা যাবে
that was a wonderful performance by the school choir conducted by Tibernondi sir. Thank you, sir, for the wonderful performance. Soon, coming up on stage, there will be a dance performance to be performed by Class 5, June June. It was choreographed by Ms. Wafi Ramanana and Mr. Inayat Hussain. We'll have to wait for a while for the stage to be cleared. Let us wait for the performance.
আর
which will be performed by our beloved A-level student Lavanya Dasgupta, with the song Nisra Alaripu.
That was a wonderful performance by Lavonno Dasgupta of A-Levels. Now coming up on stage, song Story of My Life to be performed by some A-Level students.
beautiful performance by The Story of My Life. Now we'll be enjoying a dance by the students of classes 6 and 7 in Tamil, and it's conducted by Ms. Wafi Rahman Onana and Mr. Naya Hussain.
solo, Ekilabonne Purno Prano by Node Angelina Francis, our A-level students.
A level, and the song is Diwani Mastani.
कहते
Coming up next, a song, Oi Ujala Din Dake Shopno Rongin, to be performed by the school choir, and the song is being conducted by Sarti Menunde.
to a poem recited by Dr. Rabindranath Das, our A-level chemistry teacher, Nijor Shoktabongo.
Congratulations to all our graduates on your special day. অনেক আনন্দ করছি আমরা গান শুনছি, অনেক ভালো ভালো গান হলো, নাচ হলো। এখন আবৃত্তি কেমন লাগবে আমি জানি না। আমি আবৃত্তি করব রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুরের কবিতা। রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুর কৈশোরে, অর্থাৎ যখন 19 বছর বয়স, তখন একদিন প্রভাতে রবির কিরণ দেখে যে আপ্লুত হয়েছিল, তারপরে তিনি একটি কবিতা লিখেছিলেন, যা পরবর্তীকালে কবি সাহিত্যিকরা রবীন্দ্রনাথের এই কাব্য প্রতিভায় অভিভূত হয়ে পড়েছিলেন। সেই কবিতাটি নির্ঝরের স্বপ্নভঙ্গ। আজি প্রভাতে রবির কর, কেমনে পশিল প্রাণের পর, কেমনে পশিল গুহার আধারে প্রভাত পাখির গান। না জানি কেন রে এতদিন পরে জাগিয়া উঠিল প্রাণ, জাগিয়া উঠেছে প্রাণ, ওরে উথলি উঠেছে বাড়ি, ওরে প্রাণের বাসনা প্রাণের আবেগ রধিয়া রাখিতে নারী। থর থর করি কাঁপিছে ভূধর, শিলা রাশি রাশি পড়িছে খসে, ভুলিয়া ভুলিয়া ফেলিল সলিল, গর্জে উঠেছে দারুণ রসে। হেথায় হোথায় পাগলের প্রায়, ঘুরিয়া ঘুরিয়া মাতিয়া বেড়ায়, বাহিরেতে চায় দেখিতে না পায়, কোথায় কারার দ্বার। কেন রে বিধাতা পাশাল কেন, চারিদিকে তার বাঁধল কেন, ভাঙরে হৃদয় ভাঙরে বাঁধল, সাত্রে আজকে প্রাণের সাধন। লহরীর পরে লহরী তুলিয়া, আঘাতের পরে আঘাত কর, মাতিয়া যখন উঠেছে পরাণ, কিসের আধার কিসের পাশান। উধরে যখন উঠেছে বাসনা, জগতে তখন কিসের ডর। আমি ঢালিব করুণা ধারা, আমি ভাঙিব পাশার কারা, আমি জগৎ প্লাবিয়া বেড়াবো গাহিয়া, আকুল পাগল কারা। কে সেলাইয়া ফুল কুড়াইয়া, রাম ধনু মাখা পাখা উড়াইয়া, রবির কিরণে হাসি ছড়াইয়া, দিপুরে পরাণ ফালি। শিখর হইতে শিখরে ছুটিব, ভূধর হইতে ভূধরে লুটিব, হেসে খল খল গে কল কল, তালে তালে দেব তালি। এত কথা আছে, এত গান আছে, এত প্রাণ আছে মোর, এত সুখ আছে, এত স্বাদ আছে, প্রাণ হয়ে আছে ভোর। কি জানি কি হলো আজি, জাগিয়ে উঠিল প্রাণ, দূর হতে শুনি যেন মহাসাগরের গান। ওরে চারিদিকে মোর একই কারাগার ঘোর, ভাঙ 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 কারা, আঘাতে আঘাত কর। ওরে আজ কি গানে গেয়েছে পাখি, এসেছে রবির ঘর।
I strongly believe that was undoubtedly an amazing performance. Can we have a big round of applause for her? We almost come to the end of the program. Now I invite John sir to have the Thanksgiving. John sir.
Honorable Principal, Sister Virginia Asha Gomez, RNDM. A-level section in charge, Sister Roma Cristina Costa, RNDM. Junior section and academic head, Sister Maria, RNDM. KG section in charge, Sister Shumi, RNDM. Senior section in charge, Sister Jacqueline. Chief guest, Reverend Father Patrick Afani, CSC, BC, University, Bangladesh. Special guest, Sister Purubi Jiran, RNDM Provincial, Bangladesh Province. All sisters, A-level teachers and staff, all the parents and graduates, and my dear students, greetings to you all. We have almost come to the end of this special program today. On behalf of the School Authority and A-level Department, I, John Paul Gomez, take this opportunity to thank all those who worked hard to make this program a success. I would like to thank our Honorable Principal, Sister Virginia Asha Gomez, RNDM, A-level section in charge, Sister Roma Cristina Costa, RNDM, all the sisters and teachers, staff for their wholehearted service. I thank our teachers, staff, parents, guardians, and all the sisters for being present in this program. Our gratitude and thanks also goes to Principal Sister Virginia Asha Gomez, RNDM, A-level section in charge, Sister Roma Cristina Costa, RNDM, Chief guest, Reverend Father Patrick Afani, CSC, BC Northern University, Bangladesh. Special guest, Sister Purubi Jiran, RNDM Provincial, Bangladesh Province, for their valuable speech. I thank Mr. Damian Pinero, T2, Mr. Rajiv, Ms. Nahid, and Ms. Diana for the stage decoration. Mr. Duke, Mr. Badal, Mr. Dulal, Ms. Muriel, Mr. Prince, Mr. Joy for maintaining the discipline in the march past from the basketball court. Mr. Timin Nandi, Ms. Wafi Rahman, Mr. Enayat for organizing the cultural program, Sister Shumi, Ms. Panna, and Ms. Rimi for helping in cultural program. And of course, thanks to our choir members and all the performers. I would like to thank Ms. Laura Samad, Mr. Ronald Cruz, Mr. Evans Mario Guia, and Ms. Liti Rosario for being the MC, Ms. Jacqueline for preparing the invitation letter, Ms. Shilpi, Ms. Sajia, Ms. Jacqueline Shaha, Ms. Rimi, and Ms. Saima for helping in the green room, Mr. Shahadat and Mr. Kullan for live streaming, Sister Jacqueline, Sister Renu, Sister Shumi, Ms. Shuma, Ms. Rinku, Ms. Jacqueline for helping in down distribution, Sister Ruma, Sister Jacqueline, and Ms. Jacqueline for arranging and organizing the flowers for the graduates, Sister Maria and Sister Ruma for ordering and arranging cake and refreshments. Thanks to the photographer, Mr. Zubair, for taking the photos. I also thank all the environmental staff for doing their best. Thank you very much.
So here we are. John sir also mentioned that the small part is remaining, refreshment. So I need to thank Sister Maria. Is she here? That we want to test the cake now. So before we go there, dear parents, students, I know that this is the last moment that you'll be in the school. The photograph. After that, when you leave this room once, you're not coming back. On the way, you'll be getting your package, which is cake and other stuff, near the piano corner. Okay. So, few minutes here that you will get to take the photographs, another factor that you have, having fun and other things. So, and also there was a request, I took it from, and sister will permit you. It was just in the last moment that they wanted to have some performance. So it's granted. You can do it now before you do the photo session. So I invite you to come on the stage. Is all of you? Only the girls. It's a girl power. You did not invite any boys there? But there are.